working on Scraplift Crafternoon with my tribe. This week, we are scraplifting one of our own. Miss Christine's birthday is in June, so this is her birthday month, and to celebrate her, we choose a layout that she has put out, and we do our own version of it. I want to come out and say that I realize that this sound is very echoey, and that is because I am recording in an empty house. I still have not received our household goods from our move. We have made it to Colorado, but we do not have our stuff. So I have a 2,700 square foot empty house. It's very echoey in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a whirl, and we're gonna go ahead and try to create this layout. I am working on my kitchen counter, so things are gonna look a little bit differently until we get our stuff and I get everything unpacked. So what I have for you today is this beautiful layout that I chose back in November of Christine's. I adore how much color is in this layout. I love the flowers. I love everything about this layout. Butterflies are amazing. And I have this beautiful photo of my little sassy granddaughter, Scarlett. I chose a frame, and I am going to be using 49 Market Spectrum Gardenia. I am going to cheat just a tad because there's this gorgeous pre-printed piece of paper that I can use to build this layout on. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. Please bear with me as I scrapbook in an echoey house. Hopefully my voiceover later in the video won't be quite as bad, but here we go. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking this is the sheet, the product sheet that you get in the beginning of a 49 Market collection, and they always print fun stuff on the back of their product sheets so that you can fussy cut. And so I am taking this pink and purple notebook paper that's on the back of this, and I am cutting it out with my trimmer. I had to resort to using my scissors because I couldn't see the line well enough to cut through, and I am going to cut it down to fit the frame that I'm going to use on my photo. Miss Christine had her photo, I think, triple matted, and her photo is much smaller than the one that I'm using. I am going to cut mine down a little bit from the 4x6, but it is not as small as hers. And so I'm going to use this piece of fussy cut element as my backing, and then I'm going to put this frame over the top of it. I'm going to be using my Nuvo Deluxe glue to glue down the frame, pulling out that inner piece because that inner piece is going to come in elsewhere on the layout. So as you can see, I tried to pre-plan this layout a little bit. I went through the embellishments that I have with my Spectrum Gardenia. I brought that entire collection with me during this move. It's in an iris box, and so I was able to sit on the floor because I have no furniture and dig through the different pieces and elements from this collection and pull out butterflies and things that I wanted to use. Now I noticed on each corner of Miss Christine's layout she had something fun, and hers are very subtle. She had what looked like an acetate floral wreath sticker of some sort on the lower right hand corner, and I'm going to be using this viewfinder, which you see me roughly cutting from that backing. I will of course cut it out fully right now, and that is going to be the lower right hand side of my layout. Is going to kind of help me build a cluster right there. For the upper right-hand side, Miss Christine looked like she had a chipboard frame on her layout. I am going to be using a piece, the inner piece from that frame that you saw me pop out earlier. I'm going to cut it in half and I'm going to stick it up there on the upper right hand side. Now, of course, my floral bits are just a tad bit different than Miss Christine's because, of course, I'm using different collection than she is. So I just popped out some of the laser die cuts and chose a couple that matched my photos. And here I'm trying to play with the frame a little bit to get it in a way that I think it looks good. And I like that placement there. So I'm going to move my floral bit around just a little bit to cover up the edge that is cut. And I'm going to start laying out some of these butterflies. I think I counted 14 full butterflies on Miss Christine's layout, and she had 6 or 7 half butterflies. I think those were the numbers I came up with. So I pulled all of those numbers for my own layout, but I am not actually going to use everything that I pulled because I decide as I'm building that I'm covering up too much of that beautiful background that I chose to simulate her stripes on her layout. And I didn't want to do that. It seems like a waste of a perfectly beautiful background to completely cover it up. So at the beginning of the video, I also showed you that I had a set of Sizzix dies for my title. I ordered those since I've been here in Colorado, and there are 2 big Amazon warehouses nearby my house. That means I get my Amazon stuff fast. So that is a brand new order. I've literally only lived in this house for 3 days, and I've already received that item. And so I used it to cut out my title. Now it has an outline bit, and I didn't use the outlines on this layout because I just wanted that big bold font for my title. And here is where I'm kind of just playing around with the different pieces and elements that I chose to play with. And I'm trying to keep things on here. As you know, if you watch my videos, you know that I don't glue on camera typically. I might glue something down, like I glued down my photo for you, but I didn't, or glued the matting to my photo, but I didn't really glue anything else. And I'll do all of that off camera. But I'm sitting here just kind of playing around and realizing that it is totally covering up that gorgeous background. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to finish building my title. Now, Miss Christine used a pre-printed title, and I didn't have anything that went with this photo, so I'm kind of just making my own. These tile letters were in my May counterfeit kit, and I just pulled them out because I also have that with me. And I'm going to title the rest of this, it's going to be Little Miss Sass, because let me tell you, my granddaughter has got some amazing sass. All of the O'Rourke girls are sassy. And yeah, they might get it from mom/grandma. Anyway, so she is being pretty sassy in this photo. We're at a pizza place waiting for pizza to land at our table, and this photo was taken before I knew that I was allergic to everything under the sun, and I got to actually eat that pizza. Probably didn't make me feel very well, but you know, that was before I knew I had food allergies. And anyway, that's just a side. So this is about where my title is going to end, and now I'm going to continue playing around with these butterflies. I'm just unhappy with how much is getting covered up, and so now I've pulled things off, and I'm gonna just kind of continue to play around here with the different pieces. I pulled off the blue butterfly, and I'm gonna put a purple one instead. Scarlett is wearing purple in this photo, and so I'm kind of trying to pull more of the purple from the elements that I'm using, but there are other colors on my background, so I feel like I can just use all of the colors, and that's pretty awesome. So I'm still kind of just messing around here. I'm stopping to cut out my label. This is one of my illustrated faith labels that I purchased. They're a digital element, and I can print as many of them as I would like. Miss Christine didn't have journaling on the front of her layout, but I like to include all of my journaling on the front. So Christine also used some jewels on her layout, and I don't have the same kind of jewels that she had for her layout, but I have this assortment of enamel dots that I have put together in Ziploc bags. I talk more about that at the end of the video, so I'll let you listen to that part and you can hear about those there. But I'm just kind of going through each of these little sheets that I have here of enamel dots slash there's some bling on there as well, and I'm just going to put some enamel dot bling just kind of in random places. I've already pulled off 2 dark orange hearts. I believe those were in a Prima set of enamels. It had hearts, butterflies, and dots, and I used those for my very first counterfeit kit as a master forger back in February of 2020, which ironically I was also moving during that time, and I've moved in between that time and this time, so that's crazy. Anyway, I'm just kind of playing around with these enamel dots and just putting colors that go well with my background paper in various places on my clusters. There's really no rhyme nor reason what I'm doing. I'm just kind of plopping them down, and you just have to be okay with that sometimes. And I have already glued down everything at this point in the video. I paused it long enough to glue everything down. All right, I got this layout done, and as you noted during my video recording time, I kind of changed things up a little bit. Sometimes when I scraplift exactly, but very often I just take inspiration from the layout. And I'm not trying to say that my layout is better than Christine's, because it's absolutely not. Christine's layout is stunning, but I had different products to work with, a larger photo to work with, and those kind of things can change up how you scraplift. You never have to scraplift a layout exactly. Take inspiration from it. If it's the colors, take inspiration from the colors. If it's the design, take inspiration from the design. What I did is, instead of covering up all of this area with butterflies because it was covering up this beautiful pre-printed mixed media, I decided to just make large embellishment clusters here and a little smaller one around my title. I also added journaling, and I popped up things with my foam adhesive as well. So that made it a little bit different than Christine's. I also didn't have the little jewels that she used, but as you saw, I had my rainbow ring of enamel dots. These little packages are something that I created from watching Janet Madison over on RTS Scrapbooking. She has amazing organizational ideas, and this is one of the ones that I took from her YouTube channel and have made it work for me. What I typically do with an opened package of enamel dots, once I've started using them, I will bring them in and I will put them on these little cards. This is cardstock cut down to fit these little tiny snack size Ziploc bags, and this one is covered with an enamel dot packaging back, and then I just kind of put them on there by color. An amazing idea, and it is working very well for me, and it's helping me to keep track of all of these loose enamel dots and there's some wood veneer, self-adhesive wood veneer in here as well that I put on it just because it was a similar item and I wanted to be able to keep track of it a little bit better. So this is my layout, and I want to thank you for being here with me today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel. You guys are responsible for helping me grow this channel. Without your help, I can't do it. This is a community effort, and I am appreciative of you. Please check that playlist down below. My tribe is absolutely creative and amazing, and you will enjoy their work. We also have our Instagram accounts linked below, and you can check out each of our Instagram accounts and see the other things that we are working on. June is 30 days of sketches, and because I'm in the middle of a move and I do not have my full stash, I am not participating in 30 days of sketches this month. I'm sad, feeling a little FOMO here, but it is what it is. This is where I'm at in life. So you'll just have to bear with me as I work through this. It looks like our household goods shipment is not going to be here until the middle of June at the very earliest. So unfortunately, I'm not going to have my stash or be able to unpack anything or have a couch to sit on for a few more weeks. That's wonderful. Not. But I do appreciate you guys for being here, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye.